Hello student, here I am Tasneem Biradar with the new chapter of the Geography, an introduction to resource. So let's first understand what is resource. So anything that can satisfy your need is resource. Now what makes a substance or an object a resource? So utility of that substance or usability make it a resource. Resource has value. Value means worth. Some resources have economical value while some don't have. For an example, a metal like an iron have the resource value while the landscape, beautiful landscape don't have any value. Resources are classified into three main categories: natural resource, man-made resource, human resource. So what do you mean by the natural resource? So natural resource which are drawn from the nature and which is used without much alteration or any modification is called natural resource. For an example, it is air, land, water, soil are some examples of the natural resource. Now, natural resources are developed on the basis of its origin, its stock, its availability, its distribution. So let's see the first option, that is the development of natural resources on the basis of origin. Now again it is divided into the two main resources, that is the biotic resources and abiotic resources. Biotic resource, that is all the living thing or the animals are the biotic resource. We use different products of this biotic resource, that is for example milk, timber, leather. Now the abiotic resource, that is the resource which are non-living, called the abiotic resource. For an example, air, soil, water. Now see the second category of natural resource on the basis of quantity. It is divided into actual resource or the potential resource. Actual resource. For this, quantity is either known or which are used at present. For an example, coal. The scientists know what is the quantity of the coal and petroleum available on the earth. So it comes into the actual resource. The another is potential resource. For this resource, actual quantity is not known and this resource can be used in future once technology will be fully developed. For an example, uranium reserved in Ladakh. Now the third category of the natural resource on the basis of the exhaustibility, that is renewable resource and non-renewable resource. Renewable resources are such resources which are replenished quickly. For an example, solar energy, wind energy. And the non-renewable resources are those resources which take thousands of years to replenish. It cannot be possible in near future to replenish it. Example, coal, petroleum. The last category of natural resources on the basis of its distribution, that is ubiquitous resource and localized resource. Ubiquitous resource, this type of resource is available everywhere on the earth. That is, for example, air, water, land. The second is localized resource. These resources are found at the particular places. These resources are affected by the sum of the factors like climate, topography. Example, coal mines. Now, the second broad category of resource is the human-made resource. The natural resources with intervention of the human undergoes the drastic change is called human-made resource. Example, buildings, machines, bridges. As well, the mobile or the laptop, that is also the human-made resource. This is the last broad category of the resource, that is the human resource. People are the human resource. Improving their skills and creativity enable them to create the new resources, and by using that resources, it can lead a life of comfort. We have discussed all the resources, but with the resources, we need to conserve these resources. As the most of the natural resources are limited in stock, even some of the renewable resources can become scarce if they are not used judiciously. For an example, we are facing the problem of water shortage due to exploitation of water. Even coal and petroleum are going to be exhausted in near future. Hence, it is important to conserve the resources. Conservation not only secure life but also save for the future generation. We can follow the concept of 3 R's for the conservation, that is reuse, recycle and reduce. Sustainable development. This is also the one of the concepts for conserving and development of the resources. Making a balance between our need and conservation of resource is called sustainable development. In easy way, we should use our resources and develop that in such a way that it provides enough time to replenish without harming our environment. So with this all the concept, we should maintain and preserve our life support system. We should ensure all renewable resources are sustainable. Diversity of the life of the earth should be conserved. So it's all about resources. I hope your concept is clear about the resources as well as the classification for the resources and what is the conservation and the sustainable development. So dear students, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye from Tasneem Biradar.